Picture this. You wake up one morning with superhuman strength. How would it change your life? How could you build, break, or lift?
Showing up is what's on the docket. Shit happens in life, but do you make it?
Man, it's all about performance. I have a deviated septum, and I'm trying anything I can to breathe better.
You hurt yourself with that one because now you're just showing that you're an inefficient creature of time. What are you doing with 20 fucking minutes sitting here on with your thumb up your butt?
Pull out that big thing that looks like diarrhea and just
that's crazy.
squeeze it in your mouth.
We're here to talk about today that you had the strength of a superhero. And we got a couple guys on the show today that might have strengths of superheroes, including myself. So being a superhero is not just physical. We know it starts with a mindset. That the amount of strength changes how we see our challenges, giving you the power to overcome anything in your way, both in business and in life. You have to have tragedy before you can become a superhero.
It comes down to one word: why.
Oh yeah.
Why are you gonna fucking put yourself through all of what it takes to get there?
A guy enlists to protect his country, goes across the pond, goes into war, comes back, loses his arm, and now lives a life of possibility and belief. So that in itself, to me, is a superhero.
If you don't give a shit about your clan, you just let them fuck up and let them drift away. When you want your clan to stay tight, you fucking let them know you're there.
The reality is we're all just not waking up with superhero strength. No way, baby, unless you're rich. Maybe it's inviting yourself to take a nap today. Yeah, I said it, take a nap to build that mental toughness.
My favorite part of the morning is getting up before sunrise and having my coffee.
Yes.
By myself in the darkness. I called back to headquarters and had help drop me off some coffee.
Some of the stuff they taught me is part of the reason I'm coming up on year 8 in my training game, because I learned so much.
Whenever you hear SEAL or special operations, you automatically have some respect because the guys have been through a certain amount of training. So there's this expectation that you're dealing with a professional.
They give you these surf torture sessions. Actually, in when you become an instructor, it's surf conditioning. They're actually progressively adapting you to the cold water. 80 guys turned around and walked away. They didn't want to
no. Shit.
Whoa.
Literally, and you didn't have to go into the water. They just knew that was a breaking point. Half the group quit just because of that last command. It shows you it just shows how deep they had you guys mentally.
You actually want to target the muscle and activate that mind-muscle connection. Supersets are powerful, but remember, more isn't always better. Balance the intensity with recovery to get stronger. Stay consistent.
I think I had the benefit of being in the SEAL teams where you're around people that can do insanely amazing things. When I started meeting some of these elite athletes, I wasn't very impressed, if you will, or starstruck. So I was just myself. And then they already knew the SEAL thing, which is very attractive to them, right? If you're going to be the jump master and you're going to put 20 guys out of an airplane with gas and bombs and explosives going off, and they're going to do a free fall at night and into the water, and you're the guy who has to check all their gear to make sure it's right, that's a lot of pressure. So you can't make mistakes.
Business people, entrepreneurs often struggle to make a decision, and as a result, they don't make one because we don't want to be wrong. If I'm sending 20 guys out of a helicopter with bombs and explosives and fire and all this stuff, or I'm working with LeBron.
When you read the same thing over and over, you read 2 textbooks and 10 research papers on a particular subject, and it's there, and then you've been doing it on your clients and it works, that's where the confidence comes in. In the military, don't do it until you get it right. Do it until you can't get it wrong. What real biomechanics is to be a real biomechanicist, you have to be a mechanical engineer. The 4 muscles of your quads that surround your patella, each one of them has to have the right balance. Because if it doesn't, if they're not in, say, equilibrium, and it's tilting your patella, and now every time you bend your knee, it's rubbed on your femur, that's going to prematurely wear away the cartilage.
So you go from like a computer science major to one of the elite ops in the military, training one of the elite athletes in the world.
We got to start off by remembering what is the purpose of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks. Thanksgiving is not about stuffing our faces to the point where we cannot enjoy those that we love. Let's focus on the people we love. Let's focus on not overeating. Simple instructions are, in most cases, are going to be the most effective.
If you're waiting 3 hours after an intense workout and you don't eat, that's when I find myself more sore.
So removing some of that processed food and doing whatever she's going to say next is going to work far better.
If you're not getting enough fuel in the tank, even if you're using premium fuel, you're not going to get to your destinations. They've got their morning and their afternoon, or their afternoon and their evening. So there isn't 24 hours to recover. Some of the key nutrients that sometimes you need to supplement, and sometimes you can get it through food. If you're not grinding the flaxseed, you're getting the fiber, which helps you poop, great, but you're not getting the benefit of the omega-3. You've got quality fuel in the tank, it's just not enough.
Sometimes you got to really look a little deeper than the macros of what you're eating, especially if somebody else is preparing your food.
If it's really important to you, we're going to do it ourselves, right? Because others take things for granted.
You're not starting everything at once. What's one meal or snack this week, you're going to take from optimal to optimize. Some of the uptake of glycogen might be impacted by cold water. Yes, it can be helpful, but then it might interfere with the nutrition uptake, which also then would impact recovery.
What if you had the strength of a superhero? How would it impact your life? What the hell would you do with superhero strengths?
These are the guys that are just physically like true superheroes. They really wear capes. They dominated the objective like anything he's ever fucking seen before. That's the difference.
That's pretty cool. What if you had the strength of a superhero? It's about a 4-minute video. We're going to explore what it would be like living with the strength of a superhero.
When you live your life in a way where you're doing shit that nobody else will do, you just keep separating yourself from the pack to the point where people view you as a different style of a creature. You get better and better at overriding that governor that's in your brain. I never lose my power of going into that place where I'll do what everyone else won't do, but I'm just transferring that power to other parts of my other goals, other ventures, different parts of my life. You got to keep that path clear as hell, and you've got to keep running deeper down that path to develop as a strength athlete.
Sorry, but you're a superhuman. With your strength, door handles would rip right off. Coffee mugs and wine glasses would shatter in your hand. And it wouldn't just be floors crumbling under your feet, but likely earth and concrete as well. Which bank is going to let someone in who can open the vault with their index finger?
So what if you had
what would
strength
really
like a superhero? There you have it. You would have some problems in life, and one of them is you might be ripping off the door handles.
As I get older, I want to be more present in all levels with my family time on special occasions than I was the year before.
Me and John are going to be here until we die. So you're gonna have to fucking drag Billis and Johnny out, and I'm suspecting Richie's not far behind us, and I know Marty's not far behind us. So nation, we ain't going anywhere. We'll be here 8 o'clock Eastern time. Rain, snow, shine, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, fucking World War III, whatever it is. This is my show. That's what I had a guest on the show last week. You're like, hey, the show is nothing like I thought it was going to be. Like, I know, because it's my show. You want to come be entertained? Come hang out with us. We are literally building the airplane as we fly.
I'm an overnight success after 2 decades of doing this recruiting thing.
The only morning show in the lab in the world to get your ass out of bed. My wife lifts every single day. She's a strong motherfucker, and I love how strong she is. It's sexy, it's attractive.
Grandchildren, all right. That's a reward for not killing your own child. Because I know you thought about it at least once or twice.
You're quick to book a meeting with your lawyer. You're quick to book a meeting with your doctor. You're quick to book a meeting with everybody else except yourself.